Now, I did say it, and I couldn't promise it because, well, to quote him, plans change. I am joined right now in studio by our younger son. He is a freshman at the University of Colorado in Boulder. He is back home for the first time since leaving. He's here for Thanksgiving break. His mother thought it would be an awesome idea for him to come in studio and hang out with his old man. We are joined right now in studio by Logan Rome, a.k.a. Rogan Loam, a.k.a. Rogues. Logues, what's good? Good to see you. I love you, dude. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, Pops. What's up, clones? Great to finally see you guys. All is well.
Attaboy, I like it. Listen, I don't know if you remember this or not, but first of all, you've settled in nicely. I'm proud of you. Well done. This is not actually your first appearance on the program. I want to take you back to when you actually did appear on this show back in the day. Listen very carefully.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Hi, Logan. How are you?
Good. Happy birthday.
Thank you, bud. What are you doing?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Daddy. Happy birthday to you.
Awesome, Logan. You know what we do?
Love you, Dad.
Hey, Logan, I love you too. Let me ask you something first. Logan, well, first of all, let me say this. Logan, you're the best.
You best too, Dad.
Hey, Logan, let me ask you something else. Mama or Daddy?
Dada and Mama.
Oh, both, right? Dada and Mama.
Very political,
What are you doing
Logan.
today, Logan?
What?
What are you doing today?
I just freaking. I'm going to swim.
Where are you going?
I'm going to do this class. Swim class. Swim class.
Oh, you're going to gym class. You're going to gym class. Hey,
Yeah,
Logan,
bye.
give me a
Bye, Dad.
big... Are you leaving?
Yeah.
Say peace out.
Yeah.
I love you. Bye.
Like, clearly you would had enough. First of all, I think your voice changed. That's good.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. So that's your first appearance. So, hey, by the way, before you walked in that door today, did you have any idea what I did for a living?
I thought you were some sort of sports athlete, if I'm being honest. But, I kind of figured it out as I walked in, so.
You figured out that I'm not an actual athlete,
Yeah.
but a sportscaster. All right, so this is your first trip back home after DJ and I dropped you off at Boulder. What is Boulder like, and what's it like being away from home for the first time and having all this freedom to do, well, whatever it is the hell you do there?
Well, Boulder's awesome. There's so much to do. Right now, it's beautiful. I've been going on lots of hikes and stuff. Trying to get some pickleball in, but that freedom, it's different. Everyone says that college is so much busier, but there's also so much more time to do all that stuff. So,
So how you feeling that time, son?
how do I feel in that time?
Yeah. With all that extra time and less structure because you no longer have baseball and homework and mom and dad all over your ass, I'm really curious what you're doing with that extra time.
Just hanging out with friends. Basically sums it up. I go out a lot. So
Yeah, I guess that doesn't sum it up, actually. I think that sums up what you're going to cop to and what you're going to tell me, but I don't think that basically sums it up.
I'm always with the homies, and I think that's the way to do it. So.
All right, so Logan Rome joining me in studio. Clones, if you want to ask a question and you can be respectful, I don't mind if you drag me, but don't drag my kid. But then again, I know you clones, you do what you do. Logan, I want to ask you something. What is it with you and your bro busting out of state? Like, I don't know if you know this or not. In fact, I know you don't. It cost me a hell of a lot more money. Was that a I want to get the hell out of Irvine thing, or was that a I want to get the hell away from Pops thing?
I think I definitely did need to get away from you just a little bit, but no, I'm kidding.
Or you're not.
I think it was good, to get out of not just SoCal, but Irvine specifically, and try something new on my own for once. So, yeah, I think that's why I chose, go out of state.
Okay, so there's going out of state, then there's going out of country. I don't remember exactly what it is my parents gave me for high school graduation, but I'm pretty sure it was not a trip to Medellin. How did Medellin treat you?
Medellin was awesome. The food, the culture was so welcoming. I tried to learn how to dance. I can't say I successfully did, but that was probably my favorite part, going out on the dance floor and trying to cook some stuff up. So.
Logan Rome joining us. One of my listeners, no names mentioned, Eric in Orlando. He doesn't fish on a boat, Matt. He fishes on a boat. This dude wanted to make sure before you left He called me up and wanted to pass along to me, to pass along to you, that prostitution was legal in Medellin. I was sure as you know not to pass that on to you. You didn't encounter any of that, did you, on your own?
No, I didn't personally encounter any of it. I saw a building that I assume was some sort of thing, and I was like, wow, this is a really dead club. I thought it was just a boring club, and then I asked my buddy, and he was like, oh no, we're not going in there. So, well, personally, no encounters.
So you're assuming that there was legal prostitution going on in that building where it looked like nothing was going on, but you, quote, did not go inside.
Did not, no.
All right, well done. So now you're not, I mentioned one of the clones, you're not active on social, at least not the social where I kind of dig around. You've got an Instagram account. You have not posted once, not once. Have the clones worked their way back to you? Because they can and they will find you, have they?
Yeah, I've checked my DMs a few times, and there'll be a few random middle-aged people in there, and I'm like, oh, these gotta be some clones. But I usually leave them on red, you know. That's the way to do it.
On red. Yeah. So like these random middle-aged clones, dude. Like what are the types of things they say to you?
It's all random. I can't off the top of my head think of one, but there have definitely been instances where I'm like, wow.
Talking to my son, our son, Logan Rome in studio. So back in the day when you were younger, you met the big head, James Kelly, at the racetrack. I know you saw him recently at a CU game. What was the reunion with the head like after all these years?
Well, you know, we were texting before the game, and he was saying something about the 50-yard line, and I didn't know if he meant the football field or halfway up his forehead, so I was kind of confused by all that. But eventually I found him.
Did you just go there?
My bad.
Oh, holy crap. How'd that feel, Head? Head, I did not feed that kid that line. Finish your thought.
But no, we eventually met up, and it was really good to see him. You know, I haven't seen him in a few years. We caught up a bit, and then I went back to my friends in the stands. So.
Dude, you wrecked my follow. I was going to say, man, did it seem like he had the same size head, or had he grown?
Well, he had it hidden in a bucket hat. He had one of those gallon hats on, so... Yeah, I couldn't really see it all.
Did you not take a tape measure to it like I said?
I didn't, but...
All right. But you knew that you ended up on the 50-yard line one way or another. Mm-hmm. Dude, the football season, like you got into that school before Coach Prime took the job at that school, so you were not there for football purposes, and then he shows up, the buzz is crazy. What was it like at the start of the season, and then what's it like right now?
Well, at the start of the season, you know, when we beat TCU, that was all anyone was talking about on campus. And I remember the day we beat TCU, Boulder was absolutely buzzing. And then, you know, we've had some tough losses along the way, and it's
5 in a row, yo.
Yeah. So it's definitely died down a lot more. But you know, I heard they had quite a horrible season last year, so, you know, anything's better than that.
You heard? No, yeah. They did. They won one game last year.
Yeah.
All right, so let me just jump through in the middle of the interview. This guy has a question for you. At Armin Armadillo. Hey, Jim, can you ask Rogues how long bulk season typically lasts? I'm about to go into a perpetual war hashtag Fatsgiving. All right, so I was going to get to that. I was going to talk to you about baseball. It's very clear to anybody who follows me on social how proud I was of you as a baseball player and how much fun your senior year was. Bulk season was something else. How would you define bulk season? Like, what did you do? What was it for? Lay it out for me. What were you eating then?
All right, so bulk season is basically when you just eat a bunch of food to gain weight and then to put on muscle in the gym. I think I did it the best way, which is...
What did you start at? How much did you weigh when you started?
I was like 150, and then I got up to 185.
And how tall were you then?
5'10", probably.
Okay.
So pretty skinny.
Okay.
And then I built my way up to 185. So
you gained 35 pounds in bulk season in 4 months.
Yeah.
Eating what? Everything?
Yeah, I did the dirty bulk, so I ate any and everything in front of me, including a lot of chocolate shakes and stuff. So
what did that do? So did you feel strong? Did you feel?
I just felt bloated, and I looked a little bloated. You know, I'd come home, and Mom would see me and be like, "Wow, you're looking a little fat today." And I was like, "Dodger Jano, that's not cool at all."
Mom never hit you with that. I guarantee you're gonna walk out of here, and she's gonna be all over your ass. I never called you fat.
She said my cheeks were looking a little chubby. That was
that's different than you're looking a little fat. So you got up to $185.
Yeah.
And then what was cut like?
Well, I didn't really have a cut. Baseball season, I guess, was cut just because, you know, I pitched in almost every game. So wasn't eating, wasn't lifting as much. So
All right, so Bella B is in. She's in Calgary. She writes, "Hi, Logan. What were you more nervous about? Telling your dad that your iPhone was lost in Medellin or being in studio today?"
I think the iPhone. That was pretty scary. It was my first night in Medellin, and I had to call mom and dad from my buddy's phone and tell them that I got robbed my first day in Medellin. So that was
Hey,
something.
Lokes, okay, now that we're all clear, time has gone by, were you actually robbed?
I was actually robbed. Yes.
You were actually robbed.
Uh-huh.
Take me through the robbery. What actually happened?
So there was a big festival in Medellin, and me and my buddy were trying to get to a restaurant. It was pretty crowded, and there were these 4 dudes in white sombreros acting all drunk. I think, oh, they're just here for the festival. One of them takes a wide turn out, leads the shoulder into me. My natural instinct is to push him away, and his friend snatches my phone, just like that.
Such an easy mark, dude. I mean, you're probably the easiest mark ever. And what was that? That was an iPhone what?
It was like 13, I think.
And you're like, I don't care. Pop will hook me up.
No, I got the Android for the next few days. Come on.
That's funny. All right, so when you were playing baseball, I'm curious. All right, so I was so proud of you, and your senior season was great. Going into it, and not to be self-serving, but I want to ask you, going into that season, did you have any idea that you were going to close games? And then what was that like, the life as a closer?
Well, going into the season, I was a contender to be one of the starters, so I had no clue I was going to be the closer. But being someone that the team constantly had to rely on, it was pretty nerve-wracking. Like every game I'd come in, close situation, 6th inning, and I just kind of had to dig down and find it. So.
All right, so in those moments when you were most tense and you had to find that kind of inner peace, did it help you to hear me in the stands screaming, "Scrumptious!" when you punch somebody out?
Well, I tried to ignore it most of the time, but every
You
once
did?
in a-
Why?
Because I'm emotionless Logs on the mound.
You are. You're expressionless,
There we go.
Logs.
Thank you.
Right.
But every once in a while, it'd get to me. I'd crack a little smile. And every time I did, I'd see you in the stands cracking up with mama. So that did help a little bit, though. It made it less stressful.
My son, Logan Rome, joining me in studio. Did I hear your teammates and coaches Rogan Loming you?
Yeah. My coach listens to the show, so he started it, and then some of the teammates caught on. I was just Rogan Lome from then on.
All right, so do you miss playing at all?
Yeah, of course. I miss playing, but I'm glad I didn't play this year. So.
What, you mean in college or another year of high school?
In college.
All right, so you actually conceivably probably could have played some small college ball, but chose not to. How come?
Well, I had to make a decision between the college experience and the baseball experience.
So you chose beer and skirt over baseball. You chose academics over baseball.
No, yeah, I love the academics. The women and beer are all right. It's whatever. But the studies are really, really entertaining.
Stop the lies, son. All right, so here's the thing. I have something I want to take you through in a minute, but really quickly, I told the clones about Woody in Eagle River. Woody is a legend. You'll probably work for Woody next summer because I don't know if you know this or not, Logan. You're going to have to get a job at some point. You're going to have to. Woody I've described as like half Paul Bunyan, half Bill Gates. How would you describe Woody to those? Well, most people don't know Woody. How would you describe him?
I don't think there is a good way to describe him. You just need to meet the dude, and if you meet him one day, he'll probably give you a tomahawk steak or some pork chop omelet. I don't even know, but there's no way to describe the man.
Okay, so now Woody, I know Woody. Woody's a good athlete. He's a good athlete. He's a good golfer. He's an outdoorsman. He's like strong. He's country strong, right? He's a big dude. I know the two of you played pickleball. I know you love pickleball. How did that go?
To put it lightly, I kind of whooped him, but he was a good athlete. He was better than I thought he'd be.
What, for an old guy?
Nah, for a middle-aged guy.
Yeah, right?
But he was good, and it was a competitive game.
Was he competitive? Was he getting after it?
Yeah, but I beat him in the end, so.
You want to say it, don't you? You want to say you beat that ass.
I beat that ass.
Okay, there you go. Logan Rome in studio. Before I have a little quiz for you. I want to see if there's anything else here that I'm missing. No, not really. Okay, here's one. At Linear Messenger, has Rogues joined a frat yet?
I have not, no.
Are you going to? How do you view Greek life there?
I think Greek life anywhere could be important, and if you're looking for that, the brotherhood and all of that, I think it's a great opportunity. But for me, I rushed around a little bit, looked at some frats, and I just wasn't into it. So
It's not for you.
nah.
Okay. But some of your boys did, though, right?
Yeah, I have 3 boys in frats, so
Okay.
and they're liking it. So.
Okay. So I want to do something right now. Now, here's a pop quiz. I hate to put you on the spot, but, this is life, all right? You're in college. There are tests. If you get the answer wrong, Alvin, he'll know, right? That's a wrong answer. If you get an answer right, you'll know. All right, so I want to get your confidence up. I want to start you off real easy. What are the names of our cats?
Cody and Sapphire.
Easy. There you go. Name 3 cities where this radio TV show is affiliated.
Affiliate San Diego, L.A., or New York. I don't know. New York.
Definitely wrong. You didn't even come close. I'm not even sure you got one right. All right. What athlete lives close by to us that plays for the Chargers and barbecues and never invites us to the barbecue?
I have no clue.
I knew that.
I have no clue.
Justin Herbert. The kid does not really know sports that well. In fact, where are you with sports these days? What are you tracking? What are you following? What are you into?
I honestly don't watch too many sports. Like playoffs, I always start to watch, like for baseball, basketball, football, but I don't really watch regular season too much.
You and I had a talk the other night. I didn't know this. You're heavy into anime.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, because of, quote, the middle-aged audience, what is anime? What do you like about it?
It's just a Japanese style of animation, TV shows and movies and stuff.
So you guys are into it?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Okay, I knew you could handle that question. How about this? Here's one. What is the Jungle Smack-Off?
It's basically a thing where your callers call in and give a certain take, and you choose a winner and give them something.
Not bad. How often do I do it?
Once a year.
There you go. All right, you got that one right. Dude, stop cracking your knuckles. Sorry to embarrass you, man. I hate that. Don't do that. Okay, here's one. Do you know what a meat whistle is?
I have no clue what a meat whistle is.
Yeah, liar. Your cousin Zach, when he was younger than you, obviously, once went to Uncle Craig. He'd been hearing the show. He said, "Dad, Uncle Jim's talking about a meat whistle. What is that?"
I genuinely don't know.
Well, you generally should know. You generally do know. I'll explain to you later, and you'll be like, "Oh, dude." What is the frisky kitty?
The frisky kitty? I'm assuming some sort of promiscuous woman, but
close.
Close?
It's a strip club in the Val where we grew up. That's close. All right. Can you name 3 callers to this show? Any callers? I don't care. Can you name 1 caller to this show?
I don't think I can, Pops.
Not even Jeff in Richmond, who glossed you, Logan Rome.
Oh, I know Jeff from Richmond now, so.
You literally don't know any callers to this show.
I don't know.
Have you ever heard the show once?
Once or twice, yeah. Like I said, I thought you were a sports athlete up until recently. So.
You don't even know what I do for a living. You all thought I was kidding when I said that. He really doesn't know what I do for a living. All right, this you should handle. You were at my Radio Hall of Fame induction. Mm-hmm. What Hall of Famer got pissed during his or her induction speech?
I remember it. I don't remember the name. I remember he came up and yelled at y'all in the stands.
Good. Yeah, it's true, too. All right, so I'll give you half credit for that one. Finally, what is the Rat Family?
Oh, the Rat Family. It's a collection of people who tend to look like rats, so it's the best way to put it.
You got the most important one right. All right. Let me check and see before I cut you loose. First of all, love you, proud of you. You nailed it. Great job. Do we have any calls or questions for Rogues? Are we walking off on that, Tommy? We good? Let me check the calls. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a break, and we're just going to sit through the break. And if y'all still want to ask the kids something, you can. If you've had enough of Pa and his son, then I'll move back to the program. So let me set it for you right now. Telephone number is toll-free, 1-800-636-8686. If you've got a question for Rogues, hit us up right now. It's never going to happen again, right? Now is the time to ask the kid a question. If you want to hit us up on the X, do so at Jim Rome. If you want to email me at Rome, R-O-M-E, at haveatake.com. Logan Rome in studio to my left. Look at Tommy even standing up. Tommy giving him some applause. The hour. Rogues jumped this segment. And the reason for that is he's getting more calls than I do. Logan Rome joining me in studio. He is our younger son. I want to also point out that we have an older boy, Jake, that you know we're also extremely proud of. Love Jake, miss Jake, peace Jake. You and I FaceTimed him the other night. He was getting blasted in a bar. Arrgh! He was working a long day. Dude, how funny was that one time, Logs? Let's tell him the story about how one night we were at home and he was in college and we took your phone and we FaceTimed him, but it was me and he thought it was you because it was on your phone. What happened?
So it was Jake's freshman year of college when he first started drinking more in Wisconsin. And me and Pops are together, and we're like, how funny would it be if we FaceTime Jake right now? But Dad picks up instead. So we send him a FaceTime. He opens it thinking it's me.
Yeah, but I said, let's do it. Whose idea was it to use your phone? I'm like, let's use your phone.
Yeah, I think that was you.
I'm like, use your phone. He won't pick it up. It's my phone.
And so he picks up.
He's all hyped.
He's like, hey, Logan. He sees Dad, and he goes, and hangs it up immediately.
Out. All right, so James Kelly heard you burn him, and he said, quote, best burn since Eric in Orlando. Now don't turn into a tool like that guy, Rogan. 1-800-636-8686. Tommy, where should we start, phones or written? Okay, let's go to the phones. We go to Tucson. Dave in Tucson. Appreciate the phone call, Dave. You're on with my son, Logan. What's going on?
Hey, Rome boys. Welcome to the show, Logan Rome. I've been hearing about you for years, so it's good to hear your voice. First off, Jim, that piece you played with your son, man, that was so endearing. I got two boys of my own, and to hear that little boy's voice and how happy he was to see you and talk to his dad was great. I do want to ask Logan Rome about my 17-year-old going to college. We've toured Alabama. We got a tour at the University of Arizona coming up. Try not to push him, but, man, it's hard to get a senior motivated to apply for college, to do all the stuff for financial aid. What's your best advice for a dad trying to get his son, push his son to a good school, and not annoy him, I guess is the best word? Thanks, guys.
Okay, first of all, we don't care if we annoy them. I mean, like I said to Logan on the way out, dude, do not light my money on fire. I will drag your ass home. You know this. There's a standard. But his point, Logs, kind of applied to you. He's like, how do I motivate my son? We have to apply. We got to get him ready. Fact of the matter is, hate to give it up, but Mom said to you, because you're not a dummy, dude. You're a smart kid. Mom said to you, Rogues. Well, she doesn't rogue you. She said, Rogues, just hit it as hard as you possibly can for a month, right? Mm-hmm. Get the work done because your grades are pretty good. Study for the test. Nail the test. Then you'll be done with it. And then you work on the process of the application, and then you'll get it. Is that pretty much how you approached it?
Yeah. That was, I think my biggest thing for me was the ACT test. So I spent like 2 or 3 months studying for that. And then other than that, just keep my grades pretty high. But there wasn't too much.
In other words, shortcut Logan. Do as little as possible to have the maximum effect. But his point is, what do I tell my kid? How do I motivate my kid?
I feel like that motivation got to come from the kid, him or herself.
That's incredible that you just said that. You know you don't believe that. You literally just told me exactly what I wanted to hear that you don't believe.
No, because I mean, like, what did you and Mom tell me to motivate me? I don't really think there was much to that.
Everything, man. We threw the kitchen sink at you, kid. But no, you're right. It's actually a really smart answer. Like we can't make you want it. Right. And I've never pressured you. I've always been like, it's your life. My life worked out pretty well. You have to live your life, but just know that if you take shortcuts and you're a slacker, your life's going to be harder. But you're right. It's got to come from within. So maybe some of that did stick.
Thank you, Pops.
Good. No, thank you. All right. Let's get another phone call in here quickly. Let's go to Ken in San Antonio. Ken, you're on with Logan Rome. What's up?
Hey there, Rogues. Hey there, Jimmy. How you guys doing?
Good, dude. How about you?
How are you?
I'm good. Hey, my daughter's in third year at Colorado Boulder. Great city. Beautiful. Hey, I got a question for you, Rogues.
What's up?
Have you ever heard of Toby in Houston?
All right. No. You don't need to answer that. He tried to hook you, dude. He asked you about a guy and a sound drop that we no longer play. It's one of those things that, like, back in the day, was very funny and very cool, and he tried to get you to say, oh, no, I don't know what that is, Pop. What is that? So I'd play it. No, that's not going to happen. That's probably the first call you've ever heard run since you know nothing about the show. Yeah. That's what we do to people that we don't
cut them off.
Yes. Oh, yeah. We think if they're irresponsible, quote, they get run.
Ken.
Yeah. There you go, dude. You're a quick study.
I got you.
Picking up fast. Are we good? Let's read a few before you go, Logs. I'm proud of you. Great job today. Rogues, What is the best part of being on your own and the one thing you miss about being at DJ and Jimmo's house?
The best thing about being alone is less parental worries, I guess. You know, I can kind of go out and hang out
Why,
with
dude,
my
you
friends.
never worried when you lived at home. What are you talking about?
But it's different because there's just so much more time to do things without you and mama telling
Being
me
on
to-
your ass, right?
Yeah. So the one thing I do miss though is good food. That's definitely
Not us, but the food.
Yeah. Well, I miss you guys a little bit too, but I do miss the food a lot. The cafeteria food does not treat me well at Boulder, so
No?
it's pretty average.
So I was telling the story before you came in. I thought for sure you'd get off the plane and go right to In-N-Out. Where did you go?
I ended up going to Chipotle. I think that sounded better to me at the time.
Did it?
Yeah. Oh, it hit so hard.
Dude. All right, so this is great. You're going to love this. Here is one thing that you do know about the show. Look who just checked in on my personal account. Hell yeah. Tell the boy I said hello. Cash and I are sitting here watching the jingle. Good brother. All love, baby. The good brother is in.
Yes, sir. What's up, good brother?
You know the good brother.
Uh-huh.
Dude, check him out. Look at him. He's got a screenshot of you.
That's awesome.
You know the good brother. Mm-hmm. Good brother's a legend. He good brothers you.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he probably would like you even more than he likes you if he knew you as well as I know you. You feel me?
I gotta meet him, pops.
No, absolutely. He's always about that. Let's see here. Yo, Logan, what is your go-to junk food when chilling in the dorm? You're actually not a big junk food guy, generally, are you? Or now you are?
Well, it's kind of different. I have been snacking a little bit more now that I'm in the dorms. I think my go-to is the Dots pretzels, the cinnamon ones. Those.
Do they have those there?
Yeah. I found them at the Target there. So
I'm not a pretzel guy, but those are amazing.
They are so good. So I've been eating a lot of that. And other than that, I have a lot of the cup noodles. So I've been microwaving those a lot.
Dude, are you still a ramen guy? Like before you left, you were all about ramen.
Oh, I love ramen. There's just not many ramen places close to me in Boulder, so I haven't been.
All right, so this guy hit the amazing question, which I already know the answer to because there is no answer. Does the kid have a major yet and a career in mind? Brandon in the Four Corners.
Yeah, so my major right now is communications. And,
Why?
Why? Well, honestly, going into college, I didn't really know what I wanted to study.
No way.
And my counselor was like, oh, you should apply for something and see what happens. So I got into communications. I think I'm going to stay with that and either minor or double major in business. So
Really?
Yeah, I think that's
That's
my
news
path
to
right
me.
now. Yeah.
All right, Salvador Yoga asks, Jim, ask Logan Rome who his favorite member of the Rat family is.
I got to go Chris Taylor on the Dodgers. I think that's the way to do it.
All right, here's a problem, dude. The Rat family was killed long before Taylor even got to the major leagues. So he might be a member of the family if there were a family, but there is no family. But that'd be your pick.
Yeah, that'd be my top member.
He would qualify. He would qualify. All right, here's another one before you go. This guy asks, have you been to Red Rocks yet? And have you washed any dogs at Big Head's dog washing facility?
It's a no to both. I am trying to find a concert for the spring at Red Rocks, but it's hard to find tickets.
Do you know what the schedule is? Do you know who's coming?
No, I just check the website, every month or so and see what's coming up.
So what do you and your friends bump? What do you guys listen to?
We listen to rap, a little bit of country. That's kind of creeping its
real?
way. Yeah, that's creeping
You
its way.
didn't even in baseball, when you played baseball, country was a thing. You didn't listen to country.
I was never a big country guy, but this
You
summer,
did listen to rap at home. Really? Country?
Yeah, this summer up in Eagle River, and then now Boulder, so a lot more people listen to it
Who?
than here. Where?
No, who do you listen to?
Oh, Zach Bryan, Luke Combs a little bit. And I don't know. I'm not super
shocked,
into it.
dude.
Yeah.
Don't bring it around me. I'm shocked. This guy's got a great question. Hi, Logan. It's a beautiful day on campus. Will you walk around with no shirt?
Hell yeah. Yeah. No. Especially after the gym. If I'm walking back from the gym, I take that off sometimes.
Yeah, there was a time when you were really heavy into the gym at home where I'm like, why do you even own a shirt? Why would you have a shirt in your closet when you never, ever wear shirts?
Yeah, it's a good question. I should have thrown all my shirts away then.
Yeah, except that you stopped going to the gym. You told me that lately. You have not hit the gym lately.
I have been slacking on the gym, and I've also lost like 15 pounds at Boulder. So
You have lost weight.
yeah,
You're not coming back fat from the beer.
the opposite of the freshman 15. So
Dude, must be nice.
yeah.
How about this one before you go? This guy says, does Rogues get mistaken for Justin Bieber a lot because he looks a lot like the Biebs?
When I was younger, yeah. Before I started doing the little middle part and I had my hair swooped to the side, people would call me Biebs sometimes. So.
Did you get that? Okay.
Yeah.
Here's one more. I keep saying one last one, but they're still pretty good. Who is your favorite YouTuber?
I watch a lot of like music reactions on YouTube. So I like these guys called Turning the Tables. Those are my favorite ones to watch.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Rogues, you absolutely crushed it, dude. You absolutely crushed it. I'm so proud of you. I love you. I'm sure Jano, I don't know if Jano's watching or she's not, or we'd be hearing from her right now.
Right.
She will be in tears wherever Dr. Jano is when she sees it. Is there anything final you want to say to the clones, to me, or otherwise?
It's been fun being on here. I hope to see you guys again, and yeah, good to see you, Pops.
Okay, good to see you, Logs. And what's the toast? Whenever Mom makes you give a toast at dinner when we come together as a family, what do you say?
Thanks for putting a roof over my head, Pops.
You're welcome, son.
There we go.
All right, Logs, love you very much. Great
you too,
job.
Pops.
What are you going to do the rest of the day?
Probably go to the beach.
Find a hot tub?
Tan it out, hopefully. So,
Tan it out?
Yeah.
Find a hot tub? Which beach?
Laguna Beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clones, leave the kid alone. Don't go looking for him. Good job, bro. Love you. See you at home.
See you, Pops.
Or not. Or not, right? Jake's coming to town on Wednesday. Logan Rome, walk it off, dude. Our boy. Love you again. Walk it off. Dave, watch that camera, dude. As you're fixing your middle part, don't hit that camera. I've done it. It hurts. Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan Rome. Thought that was something we should do because look at my boy going in the X saying, I like that. Brought that kid up well. Going into the control room to thank the XR4 Ti. Good job, Logs.